Rachel Burke talking to Dúilta, who is a grandson of John Ireland, and we're just listening to the Stena line take off behind us in the background out in Dunleary.
When I was a young boy, when I heard the word fish, I think of fishing with a rod and catching something small. When I was in my mid-teens and I heard the word fish, I think of fishing trawlers, big fish to eat. I am one of a few of a special breed who dare to brave the sea that does not divide, it only unites. They unite man in nature and the way of living. The sea can be your friend, but also your enemy. Darker days I have seen, days you couldn't stand, on deck too rough was she. But today is nice, but a little breeze, a warm wind not sharp, waves, winds around me, telling me there's good on the way, like floating on a ripple's wave. The sun breaks through the cloud, shines down on a boat, a lifesaver, a danger braver, sitting quiet, sitting alone, waiting for the wave, might kill. All good men will brave the sea, a monster it can be. But today is nice, but a little breeze, no need for brave men to travel the waves, never go down, a saviour at sea. My granddad John Ireland is a man of the sea, wanted to be buried in it did he. More than a page, more than a book, from harbours, coastlines, life-saving us. RNLI, brave men, tough, true, a line. If they all could be in a time, never was there a day, there was a line thrown to me. Only on a harbour wall, at night docking is she. Thinking of ice the next day, back out again, going good all day. Diesel to rub, human fuel, we need. Windy breezes, blue seas, the day is never gone. Fishermen arrive on a wave from a place not far away. The smell of diesel in the air, 3:30, docking is she. Little boats I see the sails over the pier wall. If I was a foot taller, I might see them all. Shadows of the clouds make it ocean dark. This boat's only arriving, people will be heard. Still a smell of power in the air. Everything in the harbour stands too still. Fish under water, always will, till we catch our fill. Some over here, some over there, I wonder how it can be. Wind on a wave, wind on the sea. Wind on a wave, wind on the sea. Being a fisherman was part of my life, and always will be, a way of life to many other people. And I wish them happy in calm seas. No wind, no sailors ever go by, if there's a blue, windless sky. The next day might be different one. Shoot the net, all's well. Skip's happy, wife just had a baby, catch of the day. But let the clouds cry for those fishes, lost souls, so many kept. So seagulls die from the sky, a bite to eat, way out at sea. There's a little boat on the horizon, a little boat, too far to reach. I'm only afloat, just me, no boat. I've a jacket, one good thing, to come to my rescue. Can't stand the cold or what's beneath my feet. Alone afloat, just me, no boat, no boat. I see in the distance coming at me, look like a rescue boat to me. Come straight at me, alone afloat, come rescue me. Take my body out of the sea. No more to offer, no more to give. She should have never went down. Where are they all? Shipmates, shipsmates. Lost in the shallows, lost in the shallows. The sound of engines fills up the air. The only place to hear the same is way out there. But now there's something in front of me that joins us up as one. No land between us, no boundaries. Just a hand stretching out, friendship could it be. As I remember yesterday, the way things were, it all has changed. All is left up to me, to be what I want, to be what I do, to say what I say. There is a better feeling than the way I feel today, sitting close by the sea, sitting close by the sea.
So, Dúilte, tell me about some of your work at the sea. What were you doing out in the sea?
Well, my experience working on the sea started a long time ago when I was about 16 years of age, and my granddad suggested to me that I go to fishing college, which is run by BIM. Some people know it as BIM, some people know it's Bordish Mara, I think, or Mura. And they sent me off on a sort of training course up in Donegal. My granddad used to live up in Donegal in Mobile, and he used to row down to Lough Swilly and go to work. I used to row to work and row home, and I got the pleasure of seeing the areas where my granddad grew up as well. And funny enough, the fishing college wasn't far off from Mobile, a bit more up the coast northwise to Greencastle. And I stayed there for about 4 or 5 months doing college and having good times, talking to young people who wanted to become fishermen, who saw maybe nothing but a dream of being out on the sea in the middle of nowhere with no complications and no, let's say, ill-mannered behaviour. But there was types of behaviour that goes on out at sea that wouldn't be called for sometimes. And I went from there. From college they put you on work experience and they get you onto a fishing boat, and it's been an inspiration to me all my life, and I've always gone back fishing every 2 or 3 years for a week or two, just to bring back old memories and romance on the idea of the sea and not being able to see the land when you're out in the middle of the ocean. It's a feeling that many people wouldn't have or get, but when you do, you'll remember it forever, because it brings peace and tranquility to one's mind.
Tell me about the poetry you write about the sea. How did the last few lines that we just heard, where do they come from?
They come from, I was writing stories. My granddad asked me to write poems for his book, and I sat down the West Pier one day and wrote 3 or 4 little sort of sea shanty poems with my knowledge of songwriting due to being in music college and stuff, and just experimenting with my own words. I wrote 3 or 4 poems about the sea, and my granddad said he'd put them in his book, his next book, so hopefully he might do that for me if he enjoys them and likes them and thinks they're